one of my favorite things to teach because I think that transitions can really take your writing to another level of sophistication. And it's really easy to do once you get the hang of it. I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible because the best way to learn to do transitions is to actually apply it in your own writing. So I'm going to explain it to you and show you a couple examples, but then at the end of the day, you just have to apply it yourself to your own writing. So basically, with transitions and transitional devices, I've taught these for a long time, and then my students were kind of like, oh yeah, whatever, like, is this just something that's really important to you? And then I found that over the years, the Purdue Online Writing Lab has published a page on it, and other teachers are teaching it too. So it really is a thing. Transitions are amazing. I have students at the end of semesters come back to me and say, transitions and the paramedic method made the biggest difference in my writing and just took it above and beyond. So if you really apply transitional techniques and the paramedic method, it's going to make your writing so much better. So I hope that you really think about it and apply this to your writing. So transitions are not the transitions that you're thinking of. In grade school, you get that list of all sorts of transitional phrases like in addition, in conclusion, in summary. Those aren't the transitions I'm talking about here. I can't give you a list of transitions because real transitions are tailor-made for every paragraph that you write. I can't just give you a list because they have to be composed originally for everything that you write. So transitions act as bridges or cues between parts of your paper. They help to lead your reader along as they read through your document. Especially in business writing, transitions are so important because they signal to the reader where you're going and what's coming next. Okay, so this is a list of some of the transitional devices, but I want to talk about how to write transitions. Okay, so good transitions connect your paragraphs and unify your writing. And the way to do that is instead of treating each paragraph as separate ideas, you're going to highlight similar ideas and connect them. Okay, so what you want to do is when one paragraph leaves off and you start a new paragraph, you want to pick up the last idea that you had and connect it to the idea that's coming next. And sometimes when transitions are really hard to write, it's because two ideas don't go together and you may need to change the order of your paragraphs. Okay? Usually it only takes a couple words to make these connections or a phrase to make that bridge. So it's actually really easy once you get the hang of it. But you want to make sure that you are repeating key ideas. And sometimes, especially with the paramedic method, students get caught up in the idea of I can't repeat things. Repetition is bad, it's redundant. However, when you're highlighting ideas and you are connecting them together, repeating an idea or a phrase that's a really key idea is okay. So I want to show you what I mean. So here's an example of an application letter that a student wrote. And the first paragraph gives credibility, right? And the second paragraph is about a job that this person had, where they applied principles from their financial accounting courses to the real world. Okay, so here is the paragraph about accounting, and then it says, in addition to understanding accounting principles, it's essential to have effective communication skills. So we've got a bridge here. We were talking about accounting skills, and then this paragraph, I'm going to expect as a reader that the student will talk about his or her communication skills. Okay? So that is a transition right there, and you can see how well the two paragraphs flow. There's not a big abrupt shift in ideas. It goes together. It's lovely, right? So that's what I want to see between the paragraphs of your application letter. Here's another one. Let's see. So we've got a hook here, and then here is the credibility statement. Talks about experiences that she had in high school. And then we've got this transition. While in high school, I did this. So we've just got a little bit of a transition that helps to smooth the ideas together, create some connection between our ideas, and it just makes all the difference. So the way you write your transitions, to summarize, the way you write your transitions is to pick up the idea that you talked about in the previous paragraph and connect it with what's coming next. And just that little bit of effort will make all the difference, especially as you go into the other assignments like the report and the proposal. Even though you're going to be using headers to separate your sections, you still want to be using transitions. So you can go through and see some of the student examples in the other assignments, and you'll see that the best examples don't rely on subject headers or section headers to make those transitions. They still pick up the thread that came before, that thread of the idea that they were talking about before, and they connect it to what's coming next, and it just flows and it signals to the reader what's coming next and how they should interpret the document. So just a couple phrases here and there are going to make the biggest difference in your writing. If you have questions about transitions or you'd like to see more examples, you can